Imagine for a moment, in a twist of events. What if today, right here, right now, you discovered the key that unlocks a life transformation? It's more than self-improvement, it's an internal revolution, a complete overhaul, and guess what? You're about to find out exactly how to trigger that metamorphosis. Picture yourself back on the playground of your youth, swapping roles at the drop of a hat, one moment the hero, the next the villain, each game an opportunity to reinvent yourself. Adolescence hits, and maybe, like me, you dove headfirst into a phase where punk rock ruled and every t-shirt was a band shirt. Yet, as adults, we often cement our identities firmly in place. Understand this: your true power lies in the fluidity of your identity, and it's time to tap into that once again. I want to take you on a journey, not into changing but into the art of shifting. A shift at the core of who you are can ripple out into every aspect of your life. And to help you on this journey, I've developed something special and never before shared chart, but let's not digress. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't yet. Let's plunge into the deep end together. Now, you're familiar with that relentless desire to change, right? You've got a stack of self-help books, sure signs of the quest for transformation. But let's be honest, change is tough. It's slow, and there's always resistance. That's because, like a tireless battle between willpower and temptation, internal conflict is ever present. However, let me introduce you to an alternative: the shift. It's not about wrenching change into being. It's an elegant pivot, a graceful evolution into a new way of being. Deep down, most of us crave three fundamental things, which can be distilled into actions, relationships, habits, beliefs, and stories. We all have a narrative woven into our existence. The zenith of this hierarchy, though, is identity. When your identity transforms, everything else instinctively falls into place. Consider this example: instead of trying to cut back on poor habits, imagine someone who sees themselves, at their core, as a titan of health. This shift in identity effortlessly topples the previous dominoes of habits and actions. That's the magic we're talking about. You're probably wondering, how do I achieve such a shift? Well, strap in because I'm about to give you two powerful questions to tackle. But first, smash that like button. We're about to unlock the future together. Question 1. What would your highest self do? I challenge you to spend 30 minutes imagining the superior version of you. What would their relationships, health, and wealth look like? Get specific, jot it all down in your journal. Question 2 is even more potent. What would you do if you weren't afraid? If you knew without a doubt that you could not fail, what actions would you take? What would tomorrow look like? Write down how your day, or even your week, would unfold if fear was off the table. Do this exercise, and you'll be fascinated by what emerges. If you're thinking about clicking away, pause. Have you truly given these questions your all? Have you lived a day as your highest self? Most importantly, did it resonate with you? Because when your identity aligns with your actions, the clarity of purpose, the disappearance of guilt or procrastination, the eradication of the murky waters of doubt, this is the coherence that propels you forward. You've made it to this point, which tells me you're committed to growth, and for that, you deserve a round of applause. But don't just sit there. Engage with these exercises. This advice isn't just thought-provoking, it's life-changing. In the weeks to come, we'll dive deeper into these topics, and yes, there's an upcoming course brewing. So stay tuned, hit subscribe, and click that bell so you won't miss a thing. Remember, it's viewers like you with bell notifications on who power this channel. As we wrap up, take a moment to ponder how your identity shapes your life. If you found value in what I shared today, consider showing your appreciation. A link awaits in the description. So, until next time, let's let go of settling, ignite the spark of transformation, and shift into who we are meant to be. Remember, your identity isn't set in stone. It's the canvas for your masterpiece. Stay strong, and see you in the next one. Ladies and gentlemen, brace yourselves as we delve into a journey of self-discovery and growth. Ever wonder what insights a decade of life experience could throw at you as you transition from your 20s to your 30s? Max Sterling here, freshly stepping into a new chapter at the age of 32, and ready to divulge the wisdom I've gathered over these transformative years. Oh, and by the way, we've moved to a new rental home space aplenty, and we're in love with it. But more on that later. Now, let's get some perspective. Many believe that there's a single currency driving our lives: money. But in fact, there are three: money, energy, and time. Each stage of life, young, adult, and old, presents us with two of these currencies, yet always leaves us lacking in one. In youth, you've got all the energy and time, but money's tight. As an adult, you've hopefully built up some wealth and still got that drive, but time is of the essence. And in your golden years, time might be plentiful, but the energy you once had dwindles. Coming to terms with the assets we possess in each stage, rather than pining for what we lack, allows us to live fully within the bounds of our current reality. Embrace your constraints, as they challenge creativity and growth. Starting lean led to some of the most vibrant, memorable experiences of my life, and undoubtedly, some great businesses were born this way too. Like when I ventured into YouTube, limited funds meant I had to edit my own footage. This became a form of self-expression I fell deeply in love with. Speaking of limitations, let me introduce you to my furry three-legged companion, enjoying his new spacious yard, a significant reason for our move. You might not believe it, but did you know many are buying homes just to please their pets? Yes, you heard that right. Now, onto taking risks. Undeniably, life's biggest bets often lead to the richest rewards. Risk varies vastly. For some, it could be picking up and moving cities, or perhaps it's starting a new business. Whatever it is, with fewer commitments, the freedom to dare greatly is yours. Take full advantage. On a slightly different note, I implore you to document your life. Write, record, capture. Not for social media's eye, but for yourself to cherish. When you revisit these reflections years later, you'll be grateful for the memories recorded. Let's venture into my new abode. It's not fully furnished, but it's getting there. Do you prefer a shadowy ambiance or a well-lit setting for your videos? Your preferences intrigue me, so do share in the comments. The next pearl of wisdom I've learned is distinguishing freedom from inner peace. Financial freedom is, of course, desirable, yet true liberation involves contentment from within. This is the profound inner peace I wish to cultivate moving forward. Exploration should be personal. Advice and wisdom from others are valuable, but experiencing life firsthand is irreplaceable. Whether it's forming an opinion, starting a new venture, or simply living daily life, the view from the mountain is always clearer when you've hiked it yourself. And let's remember to revel in the challenges, as they point out the areas primed for growth and freedom. Not financial freedom alone, but freedom from self-doubt, from criticism, from the pressure that binds. And speaking of freedom, nothing quite compares to the elation I feel on my new drum set, a dream fulfilled, blending passion with personal expression. Here's something for those moments when you feel stuck. Action is vital. The dread of a misstep should never outweigh the perils of inaction. The steps you take up the mountain are what define you, not the fear of the unknown that clings to your heels. As for the daily grind, it can be ensnaring. Instead, fuel your work with passion, with a love for your craft or mission. Shift tactics from labor to love, and you'll find the work much less draining, much more fulfilling. Quality of work matters. It's better to work smarter, not harder. Those hours of joy, relaxation, and spontaneity are just as productive and beneficial to your growth as the grind of work. And to think, these are merely a handful of the insights heralded by another year of life. Do you enjoy this casual format, this conversational touch? Drop your thoughts below. But wait! Before you go, consider subscribing, smashing that like button, and hitting the notification bell. By doing so, you align yourself with like-minded individuals committed to self-improvement and knowledge. And remember, if this video has been of value to you, consider showing your gratitude. A link is in the description for your convenience. Now, let me leave you with this thought. What action will you take from today's discourse? How will you implement these insights in your own life? Stay ahead, stay curious. Until next time. This is Max Sterling, wishing you life's full range of freedoms and the wisdom to cherish them.